audiences in front of the screen. So we are on the official live streaming site. And today, we are glad to have Dr. Florian Stadler from Shenzhen University to guide us in the coming guided tour. So Dr. Stadler is a distinguished professor from Shenzhen University at the College for Materials Science and Engineering. Nice to meet you, Dr. Stadler.
Nice to meet you too.
So this afternoon, we're gonna follow you and follow your step to the exhibition hall. So we hope to see a very excellent show today.
Well, we can already see quite well that a lot of the world leading companies paired up with the leading Chinese companies are here. So I'm very excited to have a look at that.
Okay, so we just follow a step then.
Yes, great.
In this way.
Good afternoon, everybody. So we are here at the exhibition booth of Tomra, and I'm talking to Mr. Rogenhout, who wants to show us his nice machines on plastic waste sorting and then recycling ultimately. So please go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you for stopping by our booth. We are very pleased to have you here, and we are very pleased to be present at CHINAPLAS, where we've been for the last 10 years.
Yes.
Tomra is representing sensor-based solution for optimal resource productivity.
Yes.
We do that both in food, recycling, and mining industry. But here today, we focus on recycling industry, and in particular plastic.
Okay.
Our technology contributes both to systems where you can collect efficiently, maximize collection of plastic waste, and further downstream, how you can sort this as a steady, good quality supply to the recycling industry. And at the recycling industry, how you can upgrade this really to premium quality recyclate, both to benefit the environment and also to benefit the economy.
Okay.
What we see here is a machine we have developed here in China. It's a machine for plastic flake. Typically, this is found in the very last part of a recycling process. After objects are sorted, shredded, washed, and dried, this is the final cleaning step. And we can sort down to 2 millimeter object sizes.
So
this is an example
like
for
that.
PET. And we use our technology also to reach bottle-to-bottle qualities. But of course, this is not only about the machine, it's the total process.
Yes.
It combines color cameras and color sensors, but we can also, and we also equip it with material detection. And we have options where we can add metal detection on top of that.
Yes. So can you also, for example, detect whether somebody has put toxic stuff in the bottles before recycling?
No, not in this step. So this is the material detection is near infrared spectroscopy. So basically we detect the molecule change. So any substance on top of that, we cannot detect with this machine. But in the overall process, through the washing, through the contamination steps, of course, toxic substances can be removed.
So this is basically color and metal.
And material.
Yes.
Yeah. Primarily material. So.
Okay. So, well, very impressive. So, can you show us some of the recycled objects?
Yes, so maybe if we walk over here. So as I said, we are basically a technology provider, but since we are providing technology in the very front end, in the material recovery facilities, and also in the recycling elements, we have experience from more than 100 countries throughout the whole value chain of plastic recycling. And nowadays, when the world really is focusing on circular economy and closing the loop, we realize that our expertise becomes more and more sought after.
Yes.
I can show you here, this is an illustration of the total value chain for a closed loop recycling for plastic. And we engage all the way in giving advice to legislators, to authorities, and to local authorities for implementation of waste management systems. But also when you come to sorting this plastic out from waste streams, we give advice on how to combine your source separation. Because source separation only makes one purpose, and that's to overcome economical and technical challenges in the downstream treatment.
Yes.
So like for China now, that are really focusing on source separation, we need to consider the downstream process when we design the front end. And Tomra engage in this element. We have done the same in many countries. And one place is in Poland, where the waste is today collected in mixed fraction. And the plastic is sorted out through automated processes from mixed waste, not separate collection of plastic packaging like you have in Germany, but from the mixed waste. And people would think that this plastic is slightly more dirty and maybe you cannot recycle it into high quality, but you can.
Yes.
And we're very pleased to this January to make a press release that together with Borealis, one of the world's leading companies for polyolefins virgin manufacturing, who are also very much engaged in sustainable product and operations, that we have a joint investment in a pilot plant to mechanically recycle PE, PP, PS, and other rigid plastic, except from PET bottles, into virgin-like quality. And what you see here is an example of that. So this is a PE, which originates from the Polish waste.
Yes.
It's taken from a waste plant. The bale is brought to this pilot plant. We have recycled it, and it's sent to converters. These converters state that they can run their production process with exactly the same parameters as they use for virgin material. So it's a unique plant. It's the first of its kind in its world. If it's commercially successful, the next step will be to build a larger scale plant.
Well, it just looks like normal. There's nothing I can see about that which makes it look like it's made from recycled material. That's exactly what you want.
That's exactly what we want. And we want to, get away from showing, look how nice this product is. It's clearly recycled, it's gray, it's smelly. No. It's a new source of raw material, and it should have exactly the same properties as virgin material.
I remember the same thing. I remember the same kind of things that we had during my school time. At that time, the first recycled paper came up, which was nasty. So when you were writing on it, your handwriting looked ugly. That thing was very rough. It was gray. Nowadays, recycled paper looks just like new paper.
Exactly.
So, and effectively, here, we are almost at the same state now. And
that's what we hope. So today, only 2% of the post-consumer plastic packaging is recycled in a closed loop. Most of that is PET bottles.
Yes.
But we have, through this plant, and actually through 12 years of engagement, proven that monoplastics other than PET bottles can be recycled into virgin-like qualities. And that's why we are here these days, to help clients who are interested to know more about these processes.
Well, I see that as an extremely important part of our society. We cannot just drill all the oil out of the planet and then just burn it and poison our atmosphere much longer.
No.
No.
Absolutely not. And we have done that for far too long already.
Yes.
But it's not too late. If we start treating it sustainably now, we can recover and we can get back.
Yes. Well, it's a good start, but of course, 2% is too low.
Exactly.
That's what we need to work on.
And systems and technology exist. One of the biggest challenges is that these systems and technologies, they basically only work under the right frame conditions. So the politicians also need to take their part of the responsibility to implement laws and regulations and set the frame conditions for the industry to have a predictable and fair environment, and then this system can be implemented. Today, it's not a matter of new technology solutions, it's basically about implementing what already exists.
Yes. And of course, the new polymer manufacturers might not be so happy about that, to have all their plastic recycled. And that means you need to convince those that they can make a business with that as well.
Of course, this will changing, but I mean, there have been interruption in many businesses, and of course, we still will depend on some kind of virgin plastic, either from a fossil fuel stock, but hopefully sooner also with a larger percentage of renewable fuel stock. What is very encouraging is to see that the petrochemical companies also engage into making plastic more sustainable.
Yes. Well, that's something definitely going in the right direction. So, thank you very much. It was very interesting. And I hope to hear from you in 10, 20 years. Oh, now the plastic recycling has gone up to 50% or 70%. That would be wonderful.
Looking forward to do
Yes.
that. Our ambition is to reach 30% of closed loop recycling by 2030.
Yes.
40% of recycling rate, which is currently only 14 for plastic packaging.
Yes.
So looking forward to see you again.
Yes.
And thank you very much
you.
for stopping by.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you for Dr. Stadler's introduction and also guided tour. And for more guided tours led by our professor, you should always visit our live streaming platform. Please stay tuned.
Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again. Bye-bye.